Rejoice in the Lord always, says Paul in Philippians. Again, I'll say it, rejoice. But how do we have joy in circumstances when things aren't always that great? Now, on Sunday, we're going to start a new sermon series that's focusing all on the joy that Paul expresses in the book of Philippians and the ways in which he encourages them to choose joy as well. But it raises a question for many of us. How do you choose joy? Is that even possible? Does that simply mean denying everything else that's going on in our lives and ignoring or papering over the bad things? Or is there something different going on? Well, I think one thing we need to remember as we explore this command to rejoice is the difference between happiness, let's say, and joy. Now, at the risk of oversimplifying things, happiness seems to be influenced by our circumstances. When things go well in our lives, then happiness is drawn out of us. Joy seems to be something that comes from a deeper place, something that is settled and is impervious to the circumstances around us in our lives. It was one of the things that I was so impressed of whenever I went on a missions trip or went someplace or even just encountered someone who did not have as much as I did. And there's often seems to be this sense of peace, of calm, of an open-handedness and generosity to those who were around, this sense of contentment and joy in their lives. Now, it's not everybody that was like that, but there were some who were. And so it shows us that our circumstances don't dictate whether we're joyful or not. And I'm not sure about you, but I really need to be reminded that joy is not dependent on circumstances, because the circumstances over the last little while have encouraged me to be frustrated or angry or disappointed. And if we focus on those particular things, well, then we continue to engender or cultivate that emotion. It's good to recognize that emotion. It's good to see and to understand why that might come from us. But there may be a better way. And that is one of the reasons why I love the song Joy by the Christian band For King and Country. The lyrics go like this. Lately I've been reading, watching the nightly news, don't seem to find the rhythm, just want to sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops. Like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So somebody please pass the megaphone and I'll shout it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hear my prayer tonight, I'm singing to the sky. Give me the strength to raise my voice, let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight, because this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice. And I choose joy. Let it move you. Let it move you. Let it move you. Yes, I choose joy. Now, over the course of this series, we're not all going to be able to participate in church for it because of the health restrictions, although there was still plenty of room on this past Sunday because 1/3 of our sanctuary is still around 180 people, and there's room in our fellowship hall as well for people to come. So come and gather together as we learn and we express joy together, but also watch at home, invite friends to come over according to health regulations and all of those things, of course. But let's find a way to increase the joy that we have together. Let's not let the circumstances that we continually express or experience rob us of this deep-seated assurance that we have that can allow us to be joyful even in the midst of some pretty crappy circumstances. And so as we prepare for this series, I'd encourage you to comment down below or maybe send me some messages or whatever. Let me know some of the questions you might have around this. How do we choose joy? What does that look like in your life? If you have stories of the ways that you have chosen joy in your life over the circumstances that you are experiencing, write them down below. Let's share them together, because then we can actually learn better and see and celebrate what God is doing in our lives and in the lives of those who are around us. And as usual, if this is helpful for you, I'd encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to follow us on Instagram, to like and to comment and to share this with other people.